aid future health professionals in finding potential careers, clarify what specific jobs in medicine entail, and give exposure to more niche specialties. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy this episode of Medic on the Mic. Today I'm here with
Tabatha Harris.
And could you state your name and position?
I'm Tabatha Harris and CEO of TLTC Screening and Solutions.
So what would you say is the most stressful part of your job?
The most stressful part of my job is if I don't make it to work on time. I'm 5 minutes late, I'm concerned about the patients at this point because I don't want nobody waiting on me. Other than that, I manage my stress well with patients because that, again, you know, we're in, oh God, all right, cut it. But we're working with the public and we know the public can be stressful sometimes. So you have to maintain your stress, talk calmly and slowly so they can understand you. Make sure they know you're not getting an attitude about anything. And the most important part that a patient wants you to do is hear them. So you gotta be a good listener. So that's probably the most stressful part. I'm running late and I don't want to worry about the patients thinking, oh God, she's late. I gotta go to another appointment. So yeah, but other than that, I handle stress well.
What is something that you have to constantly remind yourself as a health professional?
I constantly have to remind myself that the doctors and nurses and the family members are depending on me to get it right. We're the first line of defense when the patient comes in.
Absolutely.
I have to make sure I have the right patient identified, be knowledgeable of what the proper tubes to draw the patient, with, and make sure it's processed and the doctor get their results in a timely manner. So I always is constantly reminded that I'm the first line of defense. If I get it wrong, everything else can be wrong. The patient get diagnosed wrong. The patient get on the wrong medication wrong if I get it wrong. So I'm a phlebotomist, but we are the heart of the lab. If we don't get it right, it will not be right.
So what was your inspiration to become a phlebotomist?
When I graduated high school, I worked at Publix, a meat packing warehouse, and I knew that I didn't want to go to college for 4 years, but I knew I needed to get something to get my feet wet, to get me an introduction into the medical field. So I chose the little 6-week course at a technical college, and I became a phlebotomist. And once I did my clinicals, I did really well. They just hired me here at St. Joseph. And I've been in the field since. And I know most hospitals and laboratories, they will pay you to go to school to, further your education within the medical field. And although I didn't take advantage of that, but I ended up making my way around the hospital. I did registration, billing, and coding. And yeah, that's my introduction into being a phlebotomist.
So what was your journey like actually going to medical school?
Well, when I went to medical school, it was a good journey because I learned about some parts of the anatomy in your body, the veins, capillaries, arteries, we learn a lot. You don't think you're learning all that in a 6-week course, but you do because we're going in somebody's circulatory system. So we need to be knowledgeable. I just learned that if you go put the needle in wrong, you can cause damage to someone's nerve and also paralyzation and sometimes even death, so it's that serious. So I learned a lot in there. I became a good sticker. I met a lot of people that was passionate in the class, and we kind of fed off each other when we got in groups. The crazy part about it is I hate to be stuck. When I love sticking people, I'm like a baby when it's time to get stuck. You got to literally count me down. So, but other than that, it was good. And they must have did their job because I secured a job while I was in clinicals. And so I quit my job after that. So I've been in it since for like 23 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what would you say to people that are interested in entering the medical field?
Well, I would say to them, it's not how you start, but it's how you finish. I graduated high school, and the only certificate I have is my phlebotomy certificate. But I use what I had to keep pushing forward in life. I want them to know if they do phlebotomy, it's not the end, because there's so many opportunities out here. You can be self-employed doing it, being a mobile phlebotomist. You can start your very own drug screening company like we did here at TLTC Screening, which we got Yolanda Brooks and Miguel Holmes as part owners in it also. They took the class last year, and here they go. They're help teaching, and they're also part owners. DNA, also paternity testing. So you got your horizons get broadened once you get that introduction into the medical field. So just because it seems like, oh, it's only 6 weeks, don't mean nothing. No, that is not true. Because if you get out here, you market yourself right, you can become your own boss like we did, and become knowledgeable in your field. If you want to go back, that's okay, but you can make it work here because you got some phlebotomists that float. So that makes you more money, because they got to pay you for your travel time and your mileage. So you just have to find a way to do what you love, and that's what I did, and I capitalized off of it. And I wish all the future students the best, and you gotta try. Dream big.
Thank you, Georgia Hosa.